This is an example of how to go from standard notation to scientific notation and vice versa. So we're going to learn this using examples. Example 1 is going to be going from standard to scientific. So let's take an example like 4,320. Normally our decimal place is right here, and we could write further decimals, but we won't for the zeros. So to move to scientific notation, we have to see how many decimal places do we have to move this over, 1, 2, 3, to get it beside the first significant digit, which is the 4. So since I moved over 3 places, I write scientific notation as follows: 4, decimal now goes here, 3, 2, times 10, and the exponent is the number of places I moved over, 1, 2, 3. That's it. If I want to go from using a number smaller than 1, such as 0.000432, now our decimal place is here, and I'm moving it the other way. I'm moving it 1, 2, 3, 4 places over to get to the right of the first significant digit. So since I moved it 4 places, my answer is 4.32, just like that example, only this time, because I moved it the other way, it's going to be times 10 to the negative 4, because I moved it over 1, 2, 3, 4 places. That's all there is to it. Now, to go backwards, or to go from scientific notation to standard notation, let's look at an example such as 3.13 times 10 to the 4th power. So where normally the number was 3.13, now I'm going to move the decimal place over 4 spots to the right. So I started right here, I move it 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's where I place the decimal. Now in these spaces here I'm going to have to put zeros. And then grab my eraser, I get rid of that decimal, and my number is 31,300. If I have a number such as, that was example 3, such as 3.13 times 10 to the negative 2. Okay, this time my number was 3.13. Only this time, because it was a negative, I move it to the left this time. So it's 1, 2 spots over. Now I place my decimal right there. The 0 goes there. And once again, I have to erase that guy. And that gives me an answer. I'll just rewrite it here of 0. Here's my decimal, and there's 10313. Now, one last point, example 5, is if you get a number like this, 3134629. That number is 3,134,629. So to switch to scientific notation, I would move it over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. So that number should be 3.134629 times 10 to the 6th power. However, I don't want to see that many decimal places. That's not necessary. So instead, I want you to cut it off at 3.13 times 10 to the 6th power, because the rest of these decimal places are just more accurate an answer than I really need. So every answer you give me in Physics 11, I would like it to be 3 significant figures, 1, 2, 3 times 10 to the 6th in this case. And of course, if this was a velocity, you'd have to put units, meters per second or whatever behind it. But for now, we're just sticking with scientific notation.